successful. I know it feels like, oh, nothing ever gets done. It was so interesting to look at what happened in the last 6 weeks of last year. And this is after the election, right? Everyone had counted us out, kind of down on the, oh, they're just going to go home, nothing's going to happen. And I remember I was quoted on the front of Congressional Quarterly saying it would be the mother of all lame ducks. And even my colleagues on the Democratic side said, don't say that. It's going to raise expectations. Like, don't say that. Well, something really strange happened. The issues that came up, first the nuclear START treaty, right? They decided to go for broke and fight us on it. Well, it was something that the way the media covered it, the public was able to follow it, and they started to think, this is crazy. You've got Republican Secretary of State saying we have to get this nuclear arms treaty done. And with it, before you knew it, we had 12 Republican votes, we got it done. The food safety bill, after so many people have been killed, you look at what just is going on in Germany right now, they were trying to stop that, we got that done. The 9/11 responders bill, after all these politicians run ads with themselves wrapped around the flag supporting our first responders and they weren't paying for their health care, they got mocked basically by Jon Stewart, can't get better than that, but then joined by Fox News. And so we were able to get that done. And then against every single expectation, we were able to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell. When the Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman Mullen testified, and he said no person should be asked to serve their country and at the same time lie for their country. It was just an amazing moment, the way everyone came together and we're able to get that done in some votes in some very unexpected places. So that's what gives me hope as I go forward. This was when we were at a very down time, and we were able to get all this stuff done because the public came behind us. And so when I look at some of the amendments that we're facing on the state level, and some of the things that are getting thrown at the governor, some of the things getting thrown at the president, the attacks, I have faith, because I think back to that time when we were able to get that done, and I think back to other moments in the last few years when we've been able to get it done. President Obama has stood true, stood tall every single time when these things come up. And you know, let them go and attack him and say he's weak when he was the one that got Osama bin Laden. Okay, that's fine. They can challenge it. But those are the kind of things you hear. And then I guess the challenge I put out there for you is one of the things that's been hardest. And I think when he was running for president, you know, first African-American president, we were really able to get progressives and young people going. And I know that there's been a lot of disappointments over the last few years, but I think you also know what would the world look like if we had, you know, President Romney. Okay, I'm not going to get into our Minnesota candidates, we're just not. Or some of these other people that we see running right now. President Gingrich, that would be nice. So those are the kinds of things that we've got to deal with and that we've got to look at as you talk to people and you talk to what this means for young people in terms of what's happening overseas and Obama's commitment to bring our troops home from Iraq, which is, when you look at the numbers, it truly is starting to happen. It's just not made up numbers. You look at the commitment that he has made to reach out to other countries like we've never done before, the commitment that he's made to look at a reasonable way to reduce his debt, and then you compare it item by item with what the Republican candidates are talking about. And I think when you talk to your friends and people that aren't even that involved, they're going to see how important this election is. So I just want to thank you for coming out today, wearing my stickers, that's nice, and understanding that this is all about grassroots organizing. I see Eric Garcia Luna over there from our staff with his family. He does a great job. One of the best emails I ever got in my life was when I hired him, and he talks about how he's first generation in this country, how his parents just could not believe that he got a job with the U.S. Senator. You know what? That's America. And that's what we stand for. So we have to remember that every single day as we go forward for the next year and a half, and that's how we're going to win this election. So thank you, everybody. Keep up the faith.